There we go. I restarted it. Good calls. Even though I'm not sharing this to anyone outside the group, so I don't
Right,
care.
you know.
But yeah. Hey,
So,
Birdman. Can I call you Bird Person from now on, Rio?
Yes, you have to.
I mean, to be fair, my screen name forever on like Xbox was Bird136. So
There we go.
Huh.
There we go.
Where'd Rio come from?
So Rio, and then Loy, and then like my actual Eve account name all came from when I was like, I don't know, 15 or 16, and I was playing Diablo 2 all the time. Those were my character names that I came up with.
Huh, cool.
So those like names that I use for almost everything. Rio is like the go-to like mainstay. Loy is usually the secondary account if I ever have something, and then the other one is always like the overarching like Xbox account or PS4 account or whatever. But funny enough, my Xbox account, when I tried to sign up with that name, it was already taken, which I was like, it's literally random letters put in like a random order. You motherfuckers, how did you come up with this? So then it gave me Bird136, so I was Bird136 forever, and then I switched it to my buddy and I were Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal because we always played team doubles
Nice.
in Halo 3 until they banned him for Sex Appeal.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, they I guess they didn't ban him technically, but they banned the name.
Yeah.
So they forcibly changed it on him, so then I just went back to Bird136.
Literally have a sex party in Australia. That would be totally fine here.
Yeah. United States is not okay with that. God forbid we ever speak of sex ever. It never happens. Don't tell the children.
Children spawn from stalks.
You can shoot somebody until they're pulp, and that'll just get you a slap on the wrist, but don't you admit that penises or vaginas exist?
How dare you, sir? You mentioned their name.
The unmentionables which cannot be spoken aloud. I shall clutch these pearls until it is a diamond. Oh, man. Okay, so
The campaign.
Back to what we were
getting back to the ostensible point of why we're on this right now. So yeah, basically, yeah, you guys have finished up the dinosaur race. Ferrule is passed out still. Gondolo is kind of like taking care of this flatulent Triceratops, and Ferrule kind of waiting for Ferrule to wake up enough to maybe toss him on the Triceratops and get him out of here or something. And you guys have the option of either hanging around here or conducting any other business that you want to conduct in the port. And I think I sent out, just for reference, in the plot channel, I posted a image of all of the main and side quests that I think you guys should know about, just as a refresher. And then I've also posted in there all of the jungle guides. If you guys want to hire any jungle guides, they are all easy to contact at either of the inns, either the one that you stayed at or the other inn. So the Thundering Lizard or Kai's Repose.
Yeah, that's Armorine's thing right now because he just won a fuck ton of gold, so...
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
I vaguely remember when we were in the Red Bazaar was the big one, right?
That's actually called the Grand Souk.
Red Bazaar was the little one.
The little one, yeah.
So I went to the big one though.
Yes.
I vaguely remember that there was magical arrow ammunition there
Yes,
that was like 50 gold apiece.
correct.
What type of magical arrows were those? Is that still available?
So those are like +1 magic arrows. Basically, they just we'll say in game that it's a whole selection of arrows that have been enchanted so that they are more likely to hit and more likely to hurt their opponent or your target. There's no specific elemental damage or anything. They're not arrows of slaying. They're not arrows of any weird elemental effect. They're just slightly, basically, they're expensive arrows that are slightly better.
Yeah, I kind of want to go get some of those. Now that I'm a big rich boy over here after winning that bet. Thanks, Lau.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, if you want to go back to the souk, I mean, it won't take long. You spoke to the vendor, so if you want to buy any, unless you're going to try and do any haggling or anything, they're 50 gold apiece.
My character's not really a haggler. Like, if I was going to do anything, walk up and I'd, like, ask him to see him, and I'd be like, I'll give you 40 gold, and then I'd just give him 40 gold and walk away. Like, it wouldn't even be negotiation. It would just be, like, me stating to him that I'm giving you 40 gold for this arrow, and like, just assuming that he's going to take that.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to call this? I'm going to call this something. I just have to figure out what I'm going to call it real quick, because I like it. I just want to see if it pans out.
Intimidation check.
Huh? I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a contested roll. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be intimidation against. I'm just going to roll over here. So just roll an intimidation, I guess, for lack of a better one.
The other thing it comes up as is persuasion, maybe.
I mean, actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, and you actually, so the way this pans out is, yeah, you walk up and you do that, and the merchant, although he's seen Aarakocra before, living out here, he is pretty much just flabbergasted by the whole exchange, and by the time he realizes that you just shortchanged him 10 gold, you're already too far away for him to really, like, send the guards after you without it being more trouble than just letting you, so you have 1 + 1 arrow for 40 gold. You beat him by 2 in that contested roll, so you did it.
Or 1 arrow. Jesus, that's expensive.
Well, I think there's rules that I'll look up on whether ammunition breaks or not when you fire it.
It's supposed to be a 50% chance of breaking, I think. But if anybody has the mend cantrip, it's trivial to put them back together again.
Shit. Well, I don't know. Only had 2 cantrips because druid.
Well, and
I've got guidance and produce flame, so
I would say maybe if you want to talk to the alchemist or whoever the gunslinger, maybe we can cock up some way that he can attempt to fix broken ammunition, because that would seem to be in his wheelhouse. Although,
it does seem like it would be something that he would be.
Yeah, if he can make magic boomsticks, I'm pretty sure he can put a fucking arrow back together.
You would think, yeah.
We might have to do some roll to see if eventually if it breaks too many times, maybe the +1 wears off. But we'll see for now.
I mean, by then we probably have more gold, so...
Nope. Cripple me, you bastard.
You can already fly, and now you've got a +1 arrow. Like, your options are getting pretty good. Because shit doesn't scale in this game the way it does in others. Okay, so you have your +1 arrow. Congratulations, my low rolling benefited you this time.
Hey.
I'm almost feeling like I have the Wheaton curse over here. What's up, Sebastian?
What?
You keep piping on like you're trying to talk. Am I talking?
I've got my microphone on voice activation,
Oh, okay.
and it's sensitive on picking up noise, so it's like starts broadcasting. But then I've also got background noise suppression on, so it's probably like broadcasting nothing a lot of the
Yes,
time.
that is exactly what is happening. So that's cool. Okay. There you go, Rio. Is there anything else you want to do with the Grand Souk?
I don't know if there's anything else I can like afford or that I can just fuck with people with like that. Because like that was really the one thing that I like wanted to do there. But being said,
So do you have all the weapons, supplies, rations, etc. that you would want to go out into the jungle?
also as a ranger, I can scavenge for food.
Fair enough.
I shouldn't need because I can create food and water.
Cool.
I mean, if we enter an anti-magic cave, then we're pretty screwed. But
I haven't designed an anti-magic cave yet, but now that you mention it, I can always pull that out if you motherfuckers become too problematic.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. So Rio sounds like you're good. So moving on from the
I want
mark.
to go back to the tavern and talk to the keeper.
The keeper?
The tavern keeper or innkeeper
The
or
innkeeper?
barkeeper
Okay.
or whatever the proper title is.
Sure. Okay, I'm moving the token. I don't know if you guys are on the map page, but I'm moving your... I found a party token.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because I'm fancy like that.
Fancy!
I'll just retcon from last week, because I did it wrong. The Red Bazaar is 18, so the Red Bazaar is right next to your freaking hotel. 19 is the fish market. So... I don't know why I thought that was...
That actually makes sense because it's like closer
right
to
there,
the water.
yeah. And then I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna do something real quick. Before you talk to that person, I'm just going to pop all of the other markers out because there's no reason for these to be hidden. So in case you guys are interested by any of them, you don't have to look elsewhere. Sorry, there's a few of these.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yes, well, you should be sorry.
You know what? I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that I said I was sorry.
I believe that.
Just trying to figure out how many of these are worth popping out, because some of them are and some of them aren't. I'll just...
Don't talk about children that way, that's rude.
I know. Every sperm is sacred. Good. One person appreciates this.
Remember that I have druid wild shapes now.
You have wild shape?
Yep.
I did not bother to see what fancy abilities you guys got at level 2. Okay.
I didn't really get much. I just do more damage with arrows now.
Cool.
I can cast spells now.
Boy.
Direwolf is fucking strong.
Okay, so we go back to the Tundering Lizard. Okay. Let's have fun and put a token of some sort out.
Oh, right, and I can smite now.
You can smite?
Yes, divine smite.
Want to go looting random houses now?
There we go. I'm just going to drag this guy out. Okay, there's a barkeep. Oh, there's a barkeep.
You know, Lockton, I'm actually probably a good thief as well. My character's just not necessarily set up for it.
Whereas mine just like turns into a spider or something like that, sneaks into a house and then just nicks everything. So I
Harsh.
can use wild twice a day, so or twice the rest.
Yeah, actually, I forget what my alignment is with this character.
So the barkeep at the Thundering Lizard. Fuck me.
Would
Okay.
you like to try again?
Yeah, I'll just start over with that one. So there is a barkeeper and innkeeper at the Thundering Lizard. He's a maybe late middle-aged Chultan man. He's got a fair number of scars.
Baby.
What?
An elf is a baby, basically.
He's not a baby.
I mean, an elf is like an adult at 100, so
He's
middle-aged
Chultan.
human baby.
What? What are you talking about? Are you describing the NPC I'm trying to introduce to you?
Yeah.
God damn
That's
it.
exactly what he's doing. Yeah. He's like, I know you're the DM, and I know that you're trying to tell me about this character, but here, let me tell you about this character.
I'm trying to give you the exposition that one of the players asked for. God damn it.
Right.
So yes, he is a late middle-aged Chultan human male, and he's got lots of scars. You can see on his forearms and hands he's got lots of scars, looks like little bites or cuts. But other than that, he looks like a happy guy, pretty cheerful behind the bar.
Cool.
I'm immediately suspicious because I've never seen a happy bartender.
Okay.
Well, that's because you...
That is your prerogative, I suppose. So I'll order a drink.
Sure. Do you want beer? Do you want tej? Do you want wine? What do you like?
We'll take wine, because why not?
Okay. The good stuff or the fine stuff?
Just the fine stuff. I don't need the good stuff.
Okay. He grabs you a little flagon of wine or however they drink it.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
It's like a horn martini glass. That's what he gives you, full of wine that's surprisingly sweet, but not terrible.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Glasses. Horny.
I would say the glass is horny.
Lewd.
Is that lewd or is that a mood?
Yes.
See, I'm learning. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you look like you might have spent some time out in the jungle.
Oh, not in the jungle. Well, not directly in the jungle, but I used to train a lot of the dinosaurs that get used around town and the port and that many adventurers took out. And he waves at the giant skull that's hanging over the bar, the Thundering Lizard skull, which is the giant T-Rex skull. That was the one that got me out of the game. Decided I'd had enough and opened this place up after we made enough money to try to sell that thing. He just kind of smirks at it.
Well, how long has this place been open then?
Oh, I think I've been running this. I've been the owner for about 10 years, I should say. It's been around longer than that, but the Thundering Lizard has been mine for about 10 years.
Oh, well, you seem to be doing very well for yourself.
Well enough, he smiles and kind of just looks appreciatively at his bar. You can tell that he likes his place. It's not the fanciest, but he likes it.
So I imagine in that time you've gotten to know all of the jungle guides fairly well.
I mean, the sanctioned ones, I know most of them. The unsanctioned ones, I don't know quite as well because it's just not worth the risk.
Well, that's fair to say. I imagine even among the sanctioned ones, some of them are better than others.
I mean, that's true in any profession, right? Like professional courtesy, I'm not going to throw shade on anybody, but is there anything in specific you're trying to find out?
Right. Well, I mean, obviously, like the guides would, any of the guides who is not currently engaged would like to be engaged. And so they might say things they might try to portray how great they are or might cast shade on some of their competitors. But who am I, a foreigner, to know who's telling me the truth?
And he kind of pauses and thinks about that. He's like, that's not a bad question. I'd bet that anybody who's asking you to go for free, because a bunch of them will have offers for you where there's some condition attached. You're going to want to be careful, but a lot of them are probably thinking they're capable of doing that work if they have the right people with them. So that's kind of a double-edged sword, right?
Right.
I can tell you some of the folks who aren't from Chult who are trying to say that they're guides maybe aren't the ones you're going to want to hire.
Okay, that's fair to say.
And I'd say, I mean, everybody's got their game, but I don't think there's too many people who are going to completely steer you wrong. I guess I'd also have to ask if you're trying to save a few bucks and going with one of the unsanctioned guides, you might want to ask yourself why they're unsanctioned. Who knows? Maybe they'll be better at surviving, or helping you survive. But you might want to know why they're willing to take the risk not to be sanctioned in the first place.
Right.
You guide?
Huh?
Is this bartender a guide?
No. Am I a guide? No, I'm not a guide. I used to train animals, and I'm happy to kind of point you in the direction of a reputable animal seller or two if you want to go find one. But no, I never really went into the jungle much, just prepared the dinosaurs to go out there.
Well, what about Aku? She says she donates most of her income to charity. Is there any truth to that?
Well, I can tell you, she's a pretty good woman. She's been around here for at least as long as I have, and she keeps going out and coming back. She says she donates.
Customers keep coming back.
Yeah, most of them. I mean, most of her customers come back, but that's about as good as you can say for any guide. Half the time, sometimes it doesn't matter how good the guide is. Sometimes the customers get themselves taken care of, if you know what I mean.
Right. Well, you can't fix stupid.
Correct. You said it. But no, I've got nothing bad to say about Iku. She takes people out. She brings people back in, and yeah, got no qualms with her.
What kind of dinosaur would you say we need to take? Seeing as you're a dinosaur trainer.
Well, that's a fun question. I think it kind of depends on how you're trying to go through the jungle, right? Because I never did the exploring, but you got a couple of options out there, and some of the guides may help steer you. But one is no dinosaur at all, right? You take your boat up the river, or you go on foot. The advantage to taking a boat or a canoe is it's the fastest way to get around. It also has particular hazards in that anything in the jungle is going to see you coming. If you go on foot, you're gonna be going at the slowest possible pace. But if you take a dinosaur, you can carry a lot more supplies and/or carry if you find anything out there, it makes it easier to carry it back. I would say if you're looking for a good general purpose dinosaur, something in the moderate size range, something like a triceratops would be a bit big, but if you get a juvenile triceratops or something like that, you have a nice pack animal that can scavenge its own food, and you just got to get it water, and it can carry a whole heck of a lot, and the horns help in a fight. If you want to get something like a Hadrosaurus, that's more of like your horse equivalent, right? two-legged guy that can run around, but you're going to have to spend half the day letting them forage. And then if you want to go more exotic on the carnivores, you might want to have a reason for that. They're not really great pack animals.
Excellent. Thanks for your help. That's all I needed.
I mean, you got wings.
I'm not worried about me. It's more about all these other guys.
Hey, I'll turn into a horse or fly, so I mean, don't give me that shit.
He chuckles as I chuckle. Fair enough.
So, what about Hugh, the dwarf? He's got evidence of plenty of scrapes that he's gotten through. Should he be commended for surviving so many harsh horrors, or is he foolhardy for having gotten into that much trouble in the first place?
So Hugh showed up about 3 years ago, and he was part of an expedition to open up a mine way down south past the Shoshin Star, past the Eldani Basin, almost as far as you can go in some respects. And that crew of dwarves, they set out. They went downriver, and about a year later, a lot of nice stuff started coming upriver, and they were making some good money. And about a year after that, he showed up missing an arm and said a dragon took him out. The mine, that is, not Hugh. So, supposing that he's not lying about that, then I guess surviving a dragon attack's a pretty commendable feat, but nobody else came back with him. So, I mean, he's told the stories now and then when he gets really drunk, but mostly he just makes coin taking people out and bringing them back now. Seems to survive pretty well. So I can't say that there's any, if a dragon comes after you and you get away with just half an arm, that's pretty good, at least in my book. And
Seems to be a dwarf of few words. Is that just his way, or is he a little touched in the head?
He's a pretty taciturn guy. I mean, a couple times he's gotten a few more drinks in him and talked a little bit more about what's happened. That's why I can tell you what I know, but I don't think there's anything broken. I think he's just... I mean, those dwarves were quiet when they showed up here, right? They're kind of insular dwarves. If you're not one of them, they kind of tend to keep to themselves unless they got something they want from you. Usually coin. Not that I said that out loud, but very, very respectable business dwarves they are. And he kind of follows that same pattern. But he's told some stories. So no, yeah. I don't think he's crazy, if that's what you're asking.
Right. Good to know. Kawasha. Supposedly of the Emerald Enclave? Who are the Emerald Enclave?
Oh, they don't like all them zombies out there.
Who does like zombies?
No, but professionally they don't like them. And I know they're not from here, the Emerald Enclave. Supposedly they're from places like you fancy folk from the mainlands, but just protecting nature. If any of you, most of you would actually know, the Emerald Enclave is a recognized organization that's they basically try to keep and restore balance in places in kind of a natural sense, imagine kind of rangers with a mission, if that makes any sense. They're not
a group of rangers.
Well, they're not Greenpeace, right? But Chult's full of undead, and that's not the natural order. So it kind of makes sense if you think about it for a few minutes that the Emerald Enclave would show up and maybe be interested in shutting down the zombie stuff. We're trying to figure out more about it.
So then.
Huh?
return everything to the status quo.
Yeah,
yes.
pretty much. Yeah, like they're the balanced group. There's a lot of druids and rangers in the Emerald Enclave. So, I mean, just by kind of professional reputation, Sereth would maybe know of them a little bit, and Rio.
Elsa should probably get heard of them a bit. So.
Birdman might be somewhat aware of them, although since you're an Aarakocra, that may be less likely. Well, just
I
like
didn't think they were stupid or anything.
In the past, but like they weren't anything impressive.
yeah. So anyway, what about? Sorry I'm breaking character there, but yeah. So let's see. Quasha. Oh, right now he's I think he's actually up in Fort Balurian right now. So if you wanted to hook up with him, you'd probably want to head up there. At least that's the last time he was here. That's where he said he was going, and I haven't seen him in at least a week. So I'm sure his poster is up there, but I don't think he's actually here right now. I know he was going up to Balurian to see if the Flaming Fist were interested in kind of sharing information or resources on, kind of working out some of these undead, because there's also a pretty good chunk of like heavier infestation of the undead up there.
Right.
But I mean, kind of weird he's got that pygmy thing with him, but aside from that, seems okay.
So, pygmy thing?
Yeah, he's got a veggie pygmy, a little walking vegetable. Makes sounds, talks sometimes. They sway they're sentient. I don't know.
Huh.
This is a veggie pygmy.
I've literally never heard of that. But it's all.
Not heard of it before either, but I'm
Okay.
sure there's plenty of things out here that I haven't heard of.
Yeah, so a veggie pygmy is like a goblin, but a mushroom kind of plant thingy, and not evil. So there you go.
But
So
Christian,
like
they're like
toadstool,
basically-
but a plant instead of a fungus.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're kind of a weird curiosity. There's, yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you right now.
What about that albino fellow?
Oh, Musharib. Yeah, that one might be a little touched in the head. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a good judge, and I don't want to speak poorly, but that guy came out of the jungle. Do you guys know about the albino dwarves?
They're dwarves who are albinos?
Very good. Very good. You, sir, are going to have a fantastic career as an adventurer, I can tell.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, let me elucidate a little bit for you. And then he looks at your drink. Or how much of your drink have you drunk?
Was the half.
Oh, okay. You going to want another one of those?
Yeah, sure.
He pours you another one. And then continues on. So the rumor has it that there was a race of dwarves that lived underground here. And I don't know, but real far south, right? There's those giant volcanoes, right? Down way south. Every once in a while we get a big plume of smoke and we can smell them up here. So anyway, rumor has it something happened with those volcanoes or something, and all those albino dwarves had to come out of their mines. And over the last 10 years or so since the spell plague hit, we've been seeing more of them trickling in. I'm not sure how many, but Musharib's one of those.
How long has he been a guide for?
I mean, I don't know if I'd call him a guide per se, right? Because he just wants to go take his mine back, or at least that's all he seems to. Everybody he talks to, it's like, oh, I'll take you wherever you want to go. Hey, you want to help me clear out the mine? And I know he's gone out with a few groups here or there, and most of the people have come back. So he doesn't seem to be, completely incapable, but he hasn't cleared his mine out yet.
What kind of mine is it?
A dwarven mine?
For like
Easy mine.
hell.
Rackhammer. So I think, I think they had a little bit of iron. They might have had some adamantium. I mean, pretty standard stuff. They might have had some gems here or there. I know they had adamantium bars. I know they had that because I know that. I've seen a few of those come through with the Rackhammer seal on them. But yeah, that mine shut down a while ago, and he's been, I think a bunch of fire newts invaded it or something. And anyway, he's been trying to find somebody to go help him take that mine back. And his group, yeah. You laugh. Fire newts are ornery.
Yeah. I mean, also by the scale of the mine, I kind of meant like, we talking Moria here, or like
He just looks at you.
well, like
Like, there.
what the Faerun
The Faerun equivalent of Moria.
I actually, yeah.
I don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. So he says, I honestly don't know how big the mine is, but he seems to think a party of 5 or 6 people should be enough if it's the right 5 or 6 people at some point to clear it out. So I guess, make it that what you will.
True. I mean, shit. Elemenster is after all just one wizard.
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah. Again, this guy's never been in the jungle, so like you get the impression he's not trying to bullshit you. He just doesn't know.
Yeah.
He just doesn't, not his thing. As long as you keep buying drinks, he's trying to answer your questions nicely.
How long has Shago been guiding?
Shago, oh yeah. He's been going out, I mean, okay, let's be honest here, right? Like, Shago mostly goes between Fort Belurian and the city. And somehow my accent is turning more and more into a Uber accent, but I think that's okay for this guy. So I'm just going to go with it.
All right.
So yeah, no, I mean, let's be honest. Shago mostly goes up to Fort Belurian and back, but every once in a while he also goes out to other places, and I have no reason not to believe that he's not been to the places that he says he's been to. Although, Firefinger's still infested, so I mean, they haven't cleared it out yet, right? But he's a strong lad. I think he's been doing this for about 4 or 5 years. I mean, pretty much since he was old enough to start going out, he's been going out. So he may have a lot of boast, but I think he's also got some strength to back it up.
Gotcha.
He's going to talk your ear off about the Flaming Fist, though.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about all that.
Have you heard about the charter yet?
I have heard about the charter. What is the deal with that anyway? Why should anybody have to sign any stupid charter?
Well, when a lot of guys with swords and axes tell you to pay 50 gold, you kind of tend to listen. But should we pay it? I don't know. That's a question for the thinky people.
Or another possibility might be go in the opposite direction, like towards Camp Vengeance, and stay away from the guys with swords and axes, more interested in extorting honest adventurers than in fighting off the undead.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, if you go south, you're going to see less Flaming Fist guys, right? Because they're up north. I mean, I think they're after money one way or the other. So, yeah. Sure. I warn you, though. Those Camp Vengeance guys, they already lost Camp Righteousness. I don't know if Camp Vengeance is going to make it either.
Yeah, well. Sounds like lots of people are having trouble making that out in the jungle these days.
Well, it is a jungle. That's why I live in the city. I like it here. People come in ships, they pay me gold, I give them drinks, and everybody's happy.
Well, may you live a long and happy and healthy life.
That's
And I
the
will toast
idea.
them with the last of my line.
nods appreciatively, and he says, and by the way, if there's anything special you need before you go, let me know. I may be able to get certain supplies for you that if you have a hard time elsewhere, just let me know.
That's good to know. And so I will turn to my companions and say, well, what do you think? You have a preference between the guides?
Well, at the moment, I still want to help that elf. Shit.
She's not a guide.
Yeah, she's not a
No,
guide.
like she had a quest as such. Like, might as well.
So just as a reminder, if you depart for the Aldani Basin, she wants to go with. Because she wants to find her dad.
Which way was that on the map?
South.
Muscle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Near south or far south?
Cool.
How far south is the Aldani Basin?
Yeah.
It was past the camps, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's past Camp Vengeance.
Okay.
We, like, I don't know, fuck with the flaming fist on the way or something? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if we're going south instead of north, then we're going away from the base of the Flaming Fist. And that would seem to put Shago and Kawasha off the list of prospective guides for the moment. I don't think we want to go with an unsanctioned guide, so that rules out River and Flask.
There's also, I think, Azaka. I don't think you asked about Azaka. Let's see, who you just to make this easier, the people you didn't ask about were Azaka, Farul, and Gondolo.
Well, I know enough. I think I know enough about Farul and Gondolo already.
Fair enough. And then I think Salida. So and Salida is definitely unsanctioned. I believe. Wait. Is she unsanctioned? I have to look.
Fuck a thumbs up.
She charges the regular rate. But she says all the other guides are charlatans, which is obviously false.
Wow, yeah, her post is just fucking full of shade. Jesus
she's
Christ.
talking bad about all the other
She's
guys.
just talking shit about everybody. Good on her, I guess.
That's why I wasn't too interested in her.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if she's sanctioned or not. But oh my god, these fucking braces. No, this fucking, oh Jesus. Okay, there we go.
Going with the furries, and we're...
Yeah. So yeah, I guess if you're looking for people who don't have weird things, Yazaka's the only one that you haven't asked about.
Just got a thumbs up from Fotolto. So.
From what?
Oh, Fotol in your guide section in the Tomb Plot. They put a thumbs up thing. I'm guessing that's approval.
Oh.
Well, I suppose for the sake of being thorough, I should ask about Azaka.
150 gold, shit.
Yeah, so if you're asking the barkeep, he says, you know, Azaka is kind of like Iku. I mean, Azaka's a lot younger than Iku, but she's been going out and coming back. I know that she usually charges the normal fee, but she's also, I believe there's some thing she wants people to help her with that if you agree to her request, she won't charge you anything. But again, she takes people out and most of them come back. So I can't say anything bad about her. I guess the good thing I could say about her is, unlike Jago, she's not going to talk your ears off. And she tends to go out south, I think. So if you're looking to go south, she might also be an option for you. But you know, I mean, hearing you guys talk about going north versus south, sorry to over here, but obviously folks going up to Balurian, that's kind of the choice, right? Like, are you going to go up to Fort Balurian and kind of check out Fort Balurian and base out of there for whatever you're doing in the jungle, or are you going to just go straight south? It's kind of a kind of a personal pick your poison. But no, she's a good girl, from what I can tell.
All right, so that.
And I'll also tell you, if you want to meet any of these folks, later in the night, a lot of them tend to drift in either here or over at Kaya's house. I know Azaka tends to come here. Iku likes to come here. Hugh and Musharib kind of bounce between them. And then, you saw Shago last night. You came in on the boat with Shago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you've met Shago. I'm sure he talked to you on the boat.
Oh, yes.
Good boy. I shouldn't say bad things about Shago.
Maybe just a little too enthusiastic.
He's young.
Especially for a dude who can't fight.
I really just want one of you guys to go one-on-one against one of these guides right now. That would be delightful for me.
I feel like that would be a very bad idea.
I think you should pick a fight with one of these guys one-on-one. We'll see how it goes for now.
Well,
Actually, you know what?
Assuming I could hit him, I would actually probably win, because I just turn into an octopus, grapple him constantly, and I can't do anything about it.
Let me. For Rule would be a good choice. You should try him. He'd be a good choice one-on-one. Because he'll be fucking unconscious.
If he starts unconscious, does that mean I win by default?
Pretty much. I don't know what the coup de grace rules are in this game, but I'm willing to just make him the Pathfinder coup de grace rules.
I don't think there is a coup de grace rule in 5e.
Sorry, what did you say?
Coup de grace
I'm pretty
rule?
sure there's not a coup de grace rule. There is an auto crit rule for a certain condition.
Like
If I
Sleep
remember
War.
what that is.
I'm going to go ahead and just say that unless you can come up with a compelling reason for this not to be the case, if you attack an unconscious foe, it counts as essentially a coup de grace. Which is roll, and as long as you don't roll a 1, you get a crit. But crits are a lot less damaging in this too.
Yeah.
Everything's just scaled back in 5e. Anyway, we can figure out coup de grace rules later, if and when the time arrives. Cool.
So, what do we think? Head south? Like, I'm still.
Yeah, I think we want to go south. Maybe we should meet Azaka and Aku before we decide.
Wait, did Echo also want to go south?
Aku, I don't think has an agenda other than making money to give to charity.
Oh,
Yeah, yes, that is true. Of all of the guides so far, Eku is the only one that has no obvious agenda. Well, and Quasha. I guess if you consider killing undead an obvious agenda, then he has an obvious agenda. But whatever.
Right.
Given
That's
where we
a
are, then.
generic.
That's a pretty generic agenda.
Yeah, and one that's like, I don't think that puts us out of our way. And he is like, "Ooh, undead. Are we gonna kill it? Yes. I mean, unless we need to run away from it."
I mean, do we have a befriend, like, undead spell? Because I don't think so. I don't think any of us are 2E for clerics that can do turn undead.
So yes, unconscious. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the coup de grace rules. Just worded differently because of advantage as opposed to auto crit. Anyway.
Well, it's both advantage and any hit is a crit if you're within 5 feet.
So it's easier.
Yeah.
Multi-attacks?
You get 2 attack chances at the same time.
So don't roll 2 1s.
That'd be impressive.
Well, I mean, I suppose they probably still have some kind of armor class.
Oh, true. I guess I did in the first session of our most recent Rise of the Runelords campaign literally fail to hit the guy I was coup de grace. It was quite embarrassing. I was playing an Arcanist, okay? They're not supposed to hit things. Anyway.
So, Ria, what do you think? You go see Azaka or Echo? Or...
Hugh, I just like Hugh.
I mean, I'm completely afford to bring him along.
I think my character is kind of a
The one-armed dwarf that like one swing dropped a pirate, and his mannerisms are entertaining.
What were you saying, Rio?
But I think my character would kind of just be along for the ride. Like at this point, he doesn't have any like drive to go a specific way or anything. He's been wandering for a long time, so he's just kind of like, okay, well, I know I want to complete this quest, but I don't really know how, and I don't really have a plan, so we're just gonna roll with it.
Sweet.
A bird of few words.
I mean, that's kind of the thing, is that he basically just doesn't have opinions other than that his own is the only one that's actually correct.
So
everyone else is just an idiot.
It's like humoring everyone else.
So this is really just Rio at this point.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you gotta play what you know, alright?
I know, I'm just giving you shit. Okay. Yeah.
Well, guess we're not doing anything till we can meet Azaka and or Echo. Oh, unless anyone is.
I don't have anything else on my agenda.
Cool. Okay.
I mean, beyond Gareth would probably try to like steal from houses or something like that, but yeah.
Pirate's gonna pirate.
Great.
I mean, it's been an entire 6 hours since he's tried to steal something, so.
Oh, just so you're aware, up here on this stage, on this kind of raised area, if you can see my ping.
Yep.
Volo over the night. Did you see it?
Yes.
Yes, now I see it.
So that there's literally like a giant banner up there that's it's like come see Volo's fantabulous guide to monsters. So like he's obviously gonna be taking over part of the stage to hawk his stupid book. There's nothing there right now besides the banners, but it looks like that's where Volo's gonna set up shop later. If you care.
Oh boy.
Volo's gonna Volo, man.
Yep.
Okay. So if nothing else happens, I am going to progress to the night, because eventually the guides will, like, if you wait around long enough, most of these guides will show up because they're out looking for business, and they also tend to congregate here. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, but then I can transition over to that.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Okay. Doop, 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 boop, boo. Got it. Okay. I'm back.
All right.
Do we have Rio yet?
I think he went be back in a couple minutes or something.
Okay. Sorry, I had to read Iku again because that was the last one I thought you guys were going to pick.
Well, we technically we still haven't picked yet.
Well,
But
I didn't think anybody was even going to be interested in Iku, so cool. But that's fine.
why not?
Yeah.
Not fine. Not fine at all.
No? Okay.
Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, I'll just run around being obnoxious and cast Thunder Wave every 2 seconds.
You okay there, Rio?
I'm a paladin. I'm naturally curious about the one who claims to genuinely just want to do good.
Okay. So yeah. As the evening rolls on, eventually there's a woman matching the description of Iku who shows up. She looks like she's a middle-aged Chultan woman. She's got some light blue robes, and she has a walking stick that she carries with her. She looks to be of a moderate build. She just looks like a kind of a sturdy middle-aged woman, to be honest. Like nothing particularly special, but also it looks like she looks like she could be a guide, basically. So there you go. And she comes in and ends up sitting down at one of the tables. And I can find her token. Yeah, she ends up, we'll say she sits down at that table and orders a drink, and I mean, did you let Emic know that you wanted to potentially talk to her?
Yes.
So he points her out after he takes her order. He says, "That's Iku."
Okay. Well, I'll go over and say, beg your pardon, but I'm given to understand you're one of the guides available for hire?
I am one of the guides. Is there something in particular you're looking to find?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Seems that there is an evil artifact hidden somewhere in the jungle, probably in the hands of someone who wishes to do harm with it.
Well, there's definitely evil in the jungle. Do you know any more about this mysterious evil artifact than that?
It's called the Soulmonger.
Well, that's
and
definite.
It has placed a death curse upon the land.
Ah, so you think you know what's causing that curse, do you?
Well, someone thinks that they know what's causing the curse. I'm here to see if I can find out.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, do you have any leads as to where you think you might find this soulmonger in the vast jungles of Chult?
No, I do not. That is why I need a guide.
Very well. Well, I do charge the normal rate, which is 5 gold a day, and we usually set up 150 gold up front for 30 days service. I donate most of it besides supplies, but if you found my posting, which I'm assuming you did because you sought me out here, I donate most of it to charity, except for supplies. I would wager you have a pretty open-ended quest. I mean, there's many places we could go, but perhaps finding the Oracle of Oralunga might be our best step to start with.
Oracle of Oralunga. Wait. You mean to tell me that some crazy dude who grabbed me in the street raving about some oracle was actually talking about a real thing?
Oh, completely accurate. I've been to the Oracle at least 3 or 4 times.
Holy shit.
What is this oracle? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a
Ah.
being?
It's a wonder in Civ 5, I think.
It's a Naga.
Ah.
Do you know what a Naga is?
I think Zareth would, given that she's a pirate.
I mean,
Probably.
I see why you
Should
would
know
say
also.
that. However, sorry, I'm just double checking. This is weird. Knowledge nature. Can you give me a
Yeah.
nature check?
Shit. Okay, yeah.
What was it? Sorry. Okay. Oh, let's say the 10. We'll say the 10. Wait, what the? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. So, Sareth, you know that Nagas are semi-mythological snakes that, from your perspective as a sailor, you've only heard all that you have heard about Nagas is that they're
It's just
evil
like a
things that
sailor's
attack. Yeah, they attack sailors, right? Like they usually have treasure and they attack sailors. Rio, you know that there are multiple types of Naga. There's good Naga and bad Naga. And your hunch is that if this lady is saying that there's an Oracle Naga, that this is probably a Guardian Naga, which is a good Naga that usually has some sort of purpose that they're on Earth to fulfill. And they pretty much kind of last until they've fulfilled that purpose.
I'd like to ask her if, like, does she know anything that would point me towards any of those, conclusions? Does this saga seem to be benevolent and seem to be like a treasure collector? Is it something that, helps people with a specific task? Is there a seeming reason for its existence?
Ah, I see you're familiar with these creatures to some degree. Yes, this one is definitely a guardian Naga. As best I can tell, she's a guardian of Chult and is often more than willing to help anyone who comes to her trying to restore the land, if you will. I've spoken with her many times, mostly just in passing as I harvest various useful herbs from where she lives in Oralunga, but yeah, she definitely has given advice to other knowledge seekers in the past, so she may be able to help you with your quest. It seems like this soulmonger is something that we should try to get rid of if it's here in Schuld.
Indeed.
It does seem like something that she would potentially be interested in helping someone with.
I'm sorry, come again? My brain just completely stopped.
I just said it seems like that would be someone, or this would be a quest that it would potentially be interested in helping with.
Ah, most likely. I think she will help you. By the way, sorry, what's your character's name, Rio?
Quack, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah.
Quaylek.
Quaylek?
Yeah.
Oh, did you give your name or no?
Yeah, I named it.
Okay. Quaylek, I can't help but notice that you're one of the Aarakocra. Are you from Chult or are you from afar?
I do not speak of where I am from, as it no longer exists.
Oh, well, depending on where our travels take us, then I may be able to introduce you to some more of your people.
I'll just stare at her.
She's very comfortable just staring back.
Like it's not that I'm like mad or uncomfortable about it. I'm just like nonplussed.
Okay. Yeah, what language?
Where's that intimidation check, Rio?
Okay. She can stone face right back. So that's fine.
I'm literally just
If I
like.
could change the subject for a moment.
Yes.
I mean, I was just gonna stand there until someone else said something because I wasn't gonna say anything else.
Rio's done talking. Somebody else talk.
You said
my character has like no social skills at all, so like he'll just stand there until someone else fixes the problem because he doesn't even know there is a problem.
Awesome.
I mean, it kind of makes sense given that he has a penalty to intelligence and charisma, so. Yeah. Kind of makes sense,
That's what I
actually.
built him as.
Yeah.
You big dumb bird.
I think
Pretty
eight
much.
is still like competent. I think, isn't it? It's like just below average. Like you can still read, write, all that
He's
stuff.
not like an idiot, but
Yeah.
He's on the spectrum, you know?
Yeah.
He's a bird person, right? He's a bird person. Just leave him
Birds are
alone. He's a
people
bird
too.
person. That's why I said bird person. A person bird?
Yeah.
Okay. Sebastian, were you trying to change the subject?
Yeah, I was in character trying to change the subject.
Breaking up the staring competition.
Go ahead and RP for me, why don't you?
All right. You said you donate most of your fee to charity. Is there a particular charitable cause you support, or do you contribute to many?
Sorry, I'm double checking just to make sure I don't hang myself on some stupid technicality.
Yeah, I was talking to her.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool. So she says, well, I don't necessarily hold sway with any of the more traditional gods you're familiar with. I mostly distribute my fee as best I can to help those in need around town. Mostly I go to the old city or I go to Malar's Throat and find out, you know, who needs help, or if there's any families that need help. Sometimes I donate to one of the temples, but mostly I just try to make sure people have food to eat and places to stay, that sort of thing. You want to do an insight check for me?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Also, you're a paladin. Shit, is there a knowledge religion
Damn.
check in this game?
There is a knowledge religion check.
Can you give me that
Doesn't
too?
matter, we both rolled extremely high.
Nice. No, but these are actually for two separate things.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not proficient in any of the knowledges.
I mean, you can still roll it.
Yeah.
I mean, Sarah
Oof,
is useless
okay.
in nature, but she still got a 14.
Wow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the insight portion of things, she is sincere and honest. You can tell she's kind of dodging the religion question. Based on your religion roll, your assumption is that she just you know she's a heretic in your eyes. Like whatever god you worship, you interpret this as her not willing to tell you the god for whatever reason.
Okay.
Sorry, you rolled a 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
I mean, Sarah's rolled a fucking 5, so she's not any better.
So maybe she's not religious. She's just like principled.
You can interpret that however you want.
Yeah.
However your character wants to roleplay not knowing a goddamn thing about her religion. That's what you got. Yeah. But she is sincere about what she's saying, so she is donating. Like, there's no mendacity or lying in her.
Okay. Well, that's good enough for me.
Rio, you know that there are probably other gods in Chult that Chultians maybe don't talk to outsiders about.
Okay.
Was that a religion or an insight roll? Sorry.
That was religion.
Okay, yeah. So from a religious perspective, with a 10, yeah, you know that there's probably different gods that are local to Chult, and it wouldn't surprise you to know that, yeah, she's not volunteering that information.
Yeah, the 8 was a fucking insight, which was a trash roll.
She says true things.
It is our truth.
She is give charity monies. Cool. So she says, so we've talked about fees and everything, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but do you know how you plan to travel through the jungle yet?
We have not gotten that far into our planning yet. I'm given to understand that it is possible, at least for a ways, to travel upriver.
Oh, we can make it. Well, if you want to begin an expedition and head to Oralunga and see the oracle there, we can accomplish almost all of that journey by river. The benefit being we can travel much faster. The downside being we'll probably be attacked a few times on the way.
Would that not also happen if we went over land?
Well, on land you have the option of traveling. So it's, yes, you could be attacked on land too. The difference is how fast you go. If we were to move slowly through the jungle, we could probably make sure that at least if we fight, we can fight on our own terms. Whereas, hey Arm.
Kool-Aid Man!
Exposition is happening. We're talking to an old, a middle-aged...
Exposing things.
Huh?
We're exposing things.
Oh, I thought we said we were exposing things.
Yeah.
No?
Like my dick. That's what we're... No. Sorry.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
We're doing exposition. So anyway.
Welcome to Unofficial NJED.
Yeah.
Oh boy. After hours injured.
Yeah. Or before hours, really. Based on when I see people doing shit. Where were we? So if we travel through the jungle slowly, we can fight on our terms. If we travel through the jungle on foot quickly, we'll have probably the same number of altercations. So it's really a choice of time versus safety versus, being prepared.
Would we need some sort of a pack animal if we're going over land to carry supplies and such?
It could be nice. You don't need it. You don't not need it. It's a choice. She's very non-committal. Like, she doesn't care. She says, I've done both. We'll spend less time traveling with them. There's a very good chance any pack animals will die, so it's... but if you think you're going to haul a whole pile of treasure back, maybe.
I don't know about a whole pile.
Well, it depends. How strong are you, bird person? Because, he could ferry it, fly around. All that treasure.
Rio blinks one eye at you.
And then slowly the second eye.
This is great. I can roleplay Rio if he's not here. It's going to be fantastic. I love it.
All right. Well, we'll skip the pack animal then. Unless somebody has
pack
a
animal
differing
big enough
opinion.
to carry me?
You're medium. You're not that big, Arm.
Oh, well, I'm 250 pounds.
No.
I'm a fat ass.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Also the fact that my druid can actually turn into a pack animal, so there's that, if we actually needed one.
I have never been so attracted to you, Leokin, in all my life.
There it is. There it is. There's the track and there's the rails, and we're like fucking half a mile that way. It's beautiful. I love
Veering wildly. Welcome back, Harm.
God. And while you were talking about this religion thing, I was looking up gods because Jesus.
There's a lot
Okay.
of them.
Yeah.
I'll
they changed
admit,
a bit.
I've kind of started reading the Gods of Chult. I don't give a fuck about the gods of D&D as a whole yet.
Which is probably fair.
So if it becomes an issue, or somebody wants it to be an issue, let me know. Otherwise, I'm mostly just going to focus on what's in Chult.
Maricana
Yeah.
has a question.
Well,
Are there dragons on Chult?
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
half dwarf, or not a half dwarf, a dwarf with half an arm that wants your help to go kill a dragon. So
I am out. I do not kill dragons.
oh, okay.
Wait,
Don't
what?
kill dragons? Who the fuck
What
are
would
you?
you do? That's
Yeah.
your
Have you-
racial enemy.
Have you really?
Yeah. Wait, I thought it was. I thought that was so you selected. Because like you speak Draconic, and like why the hell would you?
Because he was raised by a dragon?
Wait, what?
Wait, were you raised by... Okay. I'm going to put my fucking nerd hat on. Were you raised by a
Didn't know
chromatic
that.
or a metallic dragon?
See, he's a barbarian. He doesn't know the difference.
Was he shiny or was he a solid color?
She and solid color.
Are you an evil character?
Am I supposed to be?
If you got raised by a dragon
Am
that was...
I supposed to be?
Okay. Let's take a little break right
I
now.
probably should have researched dragons.
Let's talk
more.
about this a little bit, Arm.
Arm's
Okay.
like, I did zero research, so
I really did.
Okay. Let's workshop this. Is your character a good character or a bad character?
we already he's chaotic good, so he can do bad stuff when needed.
Okay. You got raised by a metallic dragon. Metallic
Okay.
dragons are good. Metallic dragons are gold, silver, bronze, brass, and the other one that I can't remember right now. And they're good.
Prismatic.
What?
Isn't that last one prismatic?
No. That'd be a gem dragon. Fuck off.
Oh.
Um, the
idiot.
fucking idiot. Get your colors and hues right, you shitbag. Chromatic
Not
dragons.
early enough.
So chromatic dragons are black, red, green, blue, and white. They're evil motherfuckers. So if you're a good character and you were raised by a dragon, I'm going to assume you were raised by some sort of metallic dragon, which means if somebody wants to kill a chromatic dragon, you would be all fucking for that. Because it's good versus evil, right?
Okay.
Awesome.
That
Great.
makes sense.
So, break over.
Let's go with this.
We were talking about pack animals, and Iku, the guide, Arm, everybody else is talking
I
to
think
Iku,
Arm
the
is our
guide.
pack animal, right?
Arm is the pack animal.
Pretty
He's
much.
strong enough to be one.
I mean, I have literally maxed out strength.
Yeah, there you go. There's your pack animal.
Brass,
For a-
bronze,
for a level
copper,
2
gold,
character,
and
you have
silver.
max strength. Congratulations.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
And it's not even really max strength, it's D&D max strength, so get fucked.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get stepped on by like an elephant and be like, "Fuck."
You might be able to beat it. Okay, so we're talking to Iku. She asked you guys about how you were planning to travel. Yeah, that's where we're at.
So I'm thinking overland without a pack animal is probably our best bet.
Just to be stealthy, I guess. Or kind of stealthy.
Iku said, yeah, it could be the safest way to travel. If we travel cautiously, that is the safest way to go.
So get the idea that if we like go really fast in a boat, while Sareth can pilot the boat for you, probably, we'd also piss off everything and see us coming, and we'd probably just get jumped a whole bunch. Not to mention whatever hazards can happen during a river, of which there are quite a few.
She kind of shrugs and does the one hand, like, balancing the hands, like, whatever. Like,
I can be very sneaky.
oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
Yeah,
What-
trust him.
What's the
I mean,
deal
it's
with
true.
I have mastered the ability of moving very, very slowly.
Sebastian?
What's the deal with the noxious fumes out in the jungle I heard about?
Oh, yeah, so they creep slowly through the forest. If you're moving at a decent pace, you can see them before you get on them. If you walk into them, you might just go crazy for a while.
That sounds bad.
Well, it's not good.
How long do you mean, like, a while?
Yeah, like,
Some
is it a day
people
or-
get over it in a day or two. Some people never recover.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, in mechanical terms, it causes long-term madness, which in the game lasts like 4 to 6 hours, and then you have to keep rolling saves. And essentially, if you fail enough saves, you're just a fucking lunatic.
Yeah,
Rip.
that's bad.
Okay, so staying out of that. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
So,
that's what happened to Arm.
I
Tulsa
mean,
just
he-
got the blue ooze and Arm drank it, and here we are.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say bleach? Because I'm pretty sure that's what he drank.
Yeah. I mean, he sometimes thinks he's a dragon, so we'll get there eventually. Don't worry.
I mean, you can believe that you're whatever the hell you want, man. I'm not gonna kink shame.
You can identify as an attack pterodactyl.
Exactly.
I am an attack pterodactyl, and I
Actually,
can breathe flame, and I can prove it.
You do that. You do that. Ow.
Armoring blows in Rio's face.
It's slow.
So, Iku kind of looks around and says, well, if you don't have anything else you want to talk to me about right now, I'm here every night, so if you want to formalize this arrangement, let me know.
All right. Thank you for your time.
And she kind of gets up and mingles
Wait,
with
we
others.
just punted her from her table?
No, she got up.
Oh, okay.
Like, she came in, sat down. Like, she's not angry. She's just, I don't know. You get the impression she's told you as much as she's going to tell you.
Right.
Unless this
Without,
discussion gets more serious about money.
yeah.
Can we bribe her with beer?
Probably to do what?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Like,
can think of some things, but
Arm's like, can we bribe her to sit with us longer?
Are you that desperate for company? Jesus.
it was a barbarian thought.
Uh,
I mean, it matches up. It's just a thought without a plan.
That's a very,
Yeah.
very true statement.
100%. Okay. So she gets up. She goes to the bar. Did you want to talk to anyone else?
should we tell that elf chick that we're leaving probably in the general direction of a lost dad?
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
could do that.
only if you want a chance to bang her later.
I mean, that's pretty much the entire reason why she got the quest, yeah.
I love this game
Fuck
more
it.
and more every second.
Let me repopulate the game with tokens that may or may not be useful. Right quick. Not that one.
And apparently I'm back to not being able to see any of the other tokens' nameplates.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I can only see mine.
I think I have to set those up on a case-by-case basis.
I think it doesn't matter as much out of combat though.
So I'm gonna just... and since you have not met many of these people, I'm just putting them there so that they're obvious points of interest that you can choose to interact with or ignore. Yeah.
So is Ferrol conscious or unconscious?
Halfway.
Sweet. What about his midget friend? Like at the table with him?
Just sitting there quietly like a fucking freak.
I
Just
Yeah,
like-
we're like, what? So is he like drinking or is he like just?
He's sipping on something.
Oh, okay. So it's not paying attention to Ferrol.
Out of curiosity, how tall is Ferrol?
Ferrul is 5'10",
Oh, okay.
and Gondolo is 3'6", and 80 flaccid pounds.
Wow.
It says flaccid, and you know what? If they're going to give me that, I'm going to read it out
I
loud.
love it.
All right.
No, perfect. So Frill's like semi-passed out, so he'd be at a disadvantage if I tried to like pick his pockets, right?
Except Gondola is probably paying attention.
Yeah, but you said he was like at his drink or something. He wasn't like
He's
looking
sipping
at
on his drink.
Buddy.
Who is this guy you're eyeing?
For all, I was gonna like pick his pocket, see if he has any money.
Can I just go knock his friend out?
Well, no, we're in a bar. Like, we'll probably get kicked out and arrested. And while that's not a problem for me, it's probably for you because you can't get out.
Well, I mean, we haven't established how strong the guards are.
Let's avoid fighting the city just yet. Save that until after we're
I
like
would
half
avoid-
level 2.
Let's
I
say
would avoid fighting the entire city.
the guards you have seen don't seem... They seem alert and ready to beat ass. Like,
Yeah, but there's none in the like actual. Wait, you mean just in general, right? Like there aren't any in the tavern?
um...
Because I'm guessing if there are, then I'm not going to try.
I mean, I have... So, okay, no, there's no guards directly in the tavern. This is a decent part of town, but there's definitely guards, like, doing patrols outside.
Yeah.
I have not populated the tavern with every non-named NPC. Like, you can assume it's evening time. Like, there are plenty of NPCs here. I've just only dumped named NPCs out.
Yeah.
Because I don't hate my life. So you can guess that there's probably like 10 or 15 people in, this main room. There's probably another 10 people in that patio area. Yeah. So you're also not alone, right? Like there's people sitting around drinking, talking.
Yeah, so probably not a good idea then. Fair enough.
Well, you can do what you want. If you want to
Yeah, but I don't want to
pickpocket
get the
them.
rest of the trouble and party
Yeah.
in trouble. Because like if she gets arrested, that's not a problem. She can just like turn into a rat and like fucking walk on out of prison.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
So yeah, Hugh's here. Iku's at the bar. A woman who you think might be Azaka is down at the table over there talking to some other people. That Zandala chick that you want to bang is out sitting under the tree with her pseudo-dragon.
Wait.
Volo is starting to get the stage set up. Yeah.
Be back in just a moment. So.
Oh, there's a Volo token? Awesome. There's Volo. So he's obviously going to go Mac on the elf chick. Does anybody else want to do anything?
I really want to start a bar brawl, but I feel kind of out of place in the process. Feel like we're probably in the wrong part of town for that.
I mean, is there a right part of town to start a bar brawl?
Yes,
Okay.
there is a right part of
Question is
town.
I don't know.
It's the lower end part of town where people are apt to stab each other for no reason.
This is the middle end part of town.
Yeah, see, not the right setting.
If it's middle, how can it be end?
Thank you.
But I will roll perception to see if there's anyone around that seems agitated at each other.
Anyone that seems whatted at each other?
Agitated at each other. Any heated discussions.
He's trying to pick a fight without it looking like he's the one who picked the fight.
You know what? Okay, here we go. Let's
Arms
do
over
it.
here like, no, I would never pick up, not me, no.
Okay, Arm. Odd or even? Pick one.
Fuck. Odd.
Okay. Yes, up at the table in front of Volo, there are definitely two people who are having a heated discussion.
Shit, and our sneak just
See,
ran
now he
away,
doesn't know
didn't
what to
they?
do.
I don't.
I gave you your fucking candy and you have no idea what to do with it, you imbecile.
He panicked.
I have an idea. How are they standing in relation to each other?
Hold on, I'm finding some fucking tokens. Oh god, there's so many tokens. So many tokens.
Oh god, this is gonna end horribly.
Oh boy.
There we go, that's what I wanted. Oh god, that's what
I
a
mean, it's your idea, so yes, it's going to end horribly.
So there's... Yes, hi cat. Yeah, I'm here, I know. Hi. There are 2 commoners up here. They were seated at that table. They are loudly and somewhat inebriatedly shouting and pointing at each other, and they are also blocking access to the stairwell right here.
Say you want to go past. Tell them to move along.
No. I want to go up to one of them, and we're gonna whisper in his ear that the other dude was talking about his mother earlier.
What?
And I probably don't have the skills to pull this off. In fact, I know I don't. This is gonna hurt.
Try it anyway. Try.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
And I don't know where my token's at.
you just drag your name out. Drag your name onto the table.
Oh, just a second. That's why, because I don't have my character selected for some reason. Oh, son of a gun. God, yeah, I cannot get it to... I'm having trouble with it. Just a second.
There you go.
Okay, much better.
So I want you to roll a deception check.
Okay, let's see. Where is my deception at? Since I haven't used it yet, I don't know where to look.
It's on your character sheet under skills.
Skills. Son of a gun. Okay, give me a second. It's going to take me a second.
There are no seconds.
Only lifetimes. Oh, God. Oh, God.
You whisper in the guy's ear, and his spine snaps back, and this just look of rage comes across his face, and he says, "Hey, you said what about my mom?" to the guy in front of him, and the guy in front of him is just like, "What? We were arguing about which dinosaur we should bet on tomorrow."
Oh.
They're both drunk. What do you do?
I whisper in the dude's ear, you should kick his ass.
Deception check again. Actually,
Damn it.
persuasion check this time. Persuasion
I can't pull
check.
this off twice.
You actually got good charisma, so.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Okay, this time that commoner turns around and says, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?" And the other guy looks at you and says, "Yeah, what are you doing? This is our fight, motherfucker." What do you do?
Ah, shit.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I was looking for beer.
And they go, "Oh,
I'm gonna walk over and tell him that taking the Triceratops is clearly the best option.
Damn it, Rio.
Rio, make a persuasion check."
Oof. Jesus.
They both just look at you like, "You're a fucking idiot." The other one says, "Yeah, get fucked." And then one of them turns to you, Arm, and says, "The bar's that way, you fucking asshole." And then they turn to each other and start screaming more. Apparently this is about the Deinonychus versus the fucking Dimetrodon. Although you're pretty sure Deinonychus is so small that the guy's so drunk that he doesn't realize that Deinonychus is like 2 feet tall, so nobody can ride it anyway. Do you do anything else?
Tell him you should bet everything on the Deinonychus.
They just completely ignore you and move over here and keep
Aw.
yelling at each other.
Damn it!
Okay, congratulations, you failed to start a bar brawl.
Damn it!
That was the first attempt at starting a fight I've ever seen.
I mean, I could have just punched him.
Well, you could have, but you didn't. So I gave you your candy, and you didn't know what to do with it. So,
Oh.
moving on.
God damn it,
Okay.
I got into position to like turn into a bear and everything. Jesus.
Wait, you can do that now?
Yeah.
God damn it! If I'd known that, I would have just punched the dude.
Yeah, I can turn into either a giant wolf spider, a bear, or a dire wolf.
Okay,
Something
that is
similar.
just wrong on so many levels. A wolf spider.
Yeah, giant wolf spider apparently classifies as a large creature.
I'm pretty sure if you did that in the middle of a bar, everyone would just shit themselves.
Will just try to kill me because it's a giant spider.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, you got the spider token.
There you go, giant wolf spider.
Love it.
That's a large giant wolf spider.
Fuck that shit.
Man, that's huge.
Well, that's a large.
Oh, it's so large as 2 by 2 size token.
I think so. I might be wrong. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, for a regular large, yes, it's 2 by 2.
Yeah.
You can actually be bigger than large too. Like there are things that can be larger, but
Yeah,
I don't think
know
you
that
can
there's.
be bigger. Yeah, there you go.
I think we have
giant
said
scorpion and
colossal.
mammoth one.
Anyway, this
Yeah,
is
fuck that thing.
continuing on. Who's doing what?
Sarah's gonna accept the quest from the elf chick. Ask her if she wants to come along.
Okay, so you walk up to her. She goes, "Oh, have you hired a guide? Are you leaving?"
Yeah, we're looking to head out pretty soon, actually. So, and thought about your request, and well, we'd be happy to help you find your father.
Well, I'd love to come with you. I think I have all my supplies ready. Which guide have you hired one of the guides? Because I've been kind of paying attention to some of that.
Well, we're still split, as far as I'm aware, between 2 guides. Hang on, I'm just pulling the names.
Well done. It's fine.
Just had an Alzheimer's attack. I can't remember.
Somebody rolling something?
Kaza and Echo. That's it.
Roll sleight of hand. Arm roll perception check.
Wait, what?
Fuck.
What's he doing?
Okay, arm roll a perception check.
Just a second, I'm looking for it. I'm sorry, I've been up for like 18 hours, so I can't find the fucking button. But it's here somewhere.
It's under skills. Arm, you notice the bird person trying to pickpocket you.
You motherfucker. Oh, all right, here's my opportunity. I would like to.
Having a bottle.
Yes, I would like to pick up the bird person and throw him at one of the drunk guys.
Make an athletics check, both of you.
Can I do acrobatics to just dodge his grapple?
Sure. You do
Oh,
acrobatics.
come on.
You do
Damn it.
acrobatics. He does athletics.
Oh, geez.
You grab the bird.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have grappled the bird. Your options are to pretty much you get an option at this point. Actually, hold up. Both of you roll initiative at this point, because you're actually fighting.
All right, I gotta find initiative. Just a second.
Oh, wait, +3, so 16.
Okay.
Fuck, where is it? Insight, blah blah blah. Why is none of this shit in order?
It's up at the top. It's like its own box. It's
Yeah,
not
it's its own thing.
skill.
I
Okay,
don't know why
so
I'm -1 initiative.
that's fine, but okay, so it's the next turn. We're now in combat order. Rio, you can make a acrobatics check to try and disengage.
I'm gonna try and disengage and like fly up to the balcony or something.
So you've got to make your acrobatics roll. I'm probably butchering this, but
No, you're on.
okay. And I think Arm, you have to make another. Shit, sorry.
Athlete?
I have to
Is it
look up. Let me look up grapple since we're doing this. I'm gonna do it right.
Grapple is athletics, I'm pretty sure.
I just want to find out if this one is contested.
I think it would have to be because otherwise I'd have like a strength throw or something, or a strength save that I'd have to make or something like that.
Yes, it is contested.
Grappling. Yeah, so I think Arm, Arm, I think Arm, you make a strength athletics. Yeah, strength athletics. So roll athletics, Arm. Okay. Rio.
To get free, you can choose strength athletics or dex acrobatics.
Well, yeah, so he rolled a 15 on the acrobatics. Arm rolled a 12 on the strength. So, Arm, you fail to restrain bird person.
Oh,
Bird person, you are free. So your action, I think, was. I'm gonna say
Disengage.
that it was the. I'm gonna say that disengage is the action here, like that you have to do. So you can move. How do you want to move?
Well, because where are we in the bar?
So
we're like
you're at the top of the stairs. You're right. You're right here. So you would have been. Let me get your token.
well, and that's the bottom floor, correct?
Yeah, this is like a half flight of stairs. If that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were here. I don't know why that's not to scale, but there you go.
giant bird person.
Yeah. So you were grappled here because Arm, for some reason, tried to pickpocket you. Or I guess you could have been here. I don't know where you were. You were somewhere in that area. And now you are free of Arm.
So the stairwell is open. No, it's not open to the top, is it?
There's a ceiling above you, and this is like a half stair, right? So this is like a 3 or 4 foot rise.
So I'm gonna use my fly action to go through the stairway to the side of me, and then go up to the next floor. Because I have 50 feet of movement with the fly action.
So you're up on that. You're essentially flying up here.
Like to there.
Well, there's a wall there, so you can get.
So then there,
Yeah, you can get to that room.
I picked the wrong side.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're up there.
You also provoke an attack of opportunity for leaving your opponent's reach.
Not if he's disengaging.
Yeah, because my breaking the grapple was a disengage.
Yeah, breaking the grapple was an action. Disengage is also an action. Rogues can bonus action disengage.
No, I'm not a rogue. I'm a ranger. No, because I wasn't grappling. I was.
So you use your action to escape.
Action. Yeah, which is a disengage, which would have broken me off 5 feet, and then I could move.
Escaping the grapple is an action. Disengage is a different action.
Yeah, let me look this up. Let me Google this real quick just so that we can do this now instead of when it matters in like a real fight.
Yeah.
Attack of opportunity. Grapple escape 5e. Does a creature who escaped from a grapple then moves to provoke an attack? Blah blah blah. A grapple takes 1 hand. Your speed is restored. Did somebody just send me something? Are you going to take an attack of opportunity?
Does it? If I take an attack at opportunity, does it necessarily have to be at Rio though?
Yes.
Yes,
Ah,
because he's the one who's provoking it.
Nah.
Yep, you could take an attack of opportunity, yep.
Oh, okay.
The internet's pretty unanimous on that, so... Yeah, so you could attack of opportunity. Are you going to do it?
Nah.
Okay, so you guys have broken off. Rio, are you going to attack?
Nope. I'm just gonna kind of like watch him lose interest and then mutter to myself, "Fool," and like walk off onto the deck.
Yeah, except that's not what's going to happen.
Arm, what are you going to do?
I'm going to grab the chair and start spinning it to throw up the stairs.
Okay, from where you are, you can't throw up the stairs.
I know, but I can throw it at the drunks behind me.
You're going to throw a chair at the drunks?
Why not?
Oh, my
which
God.
We're still on the bar brawl.
Arm's gonna get killed before we ever leave the city.
Okay, you see... okay, you know what? Are you going to throw a chair at those people?
We're gonna get involved.
You keep in mind, you have no idea what their strengths are and like what level they are.
Like my own character by herself could probably just kill yours, like it pretty much instantly. Just saying, like these guys.
Okay.
Are,
5 seconds, Arm. What do you do?
No, fuck it. We'll leave it go.
Okay, great.
our fights are.
Well done.
You can start bar brawls later when you're a higher level.
Yeah, when I can wipe someone out in one go.
You get killed by your guide.
Yeah.
Okay. So, back to Sereth.
Yep.
You had been talking to the elf.
Just ignoring the fucking madness behind her.
Well, you're not really aware of all of this. You're in another room.
Doors open, you can probably hear it.
Volo's yelling at people. There's two drunks arguing, and Volo's trying to drown them out. So at this point, volume is starting to rise in that little space over there, so it's quite possible that you did not hear the flap, flap, flap.
Poor dead person.
I'm so sad that he got out because I was going to throw him at the drunks.
Well, it didn't happen, so it's Sereth's turn to do stupid shit, not your turn. You have to wait for a little while now. Okay.
What the is a chance? What do you mean? Not getting strung along for a false promise or anything.
What do you do? Sorry, you were talking about guides and said that you were picking between two, and then shit happened.
Yeah, the shit. Actually, they were Zaka and Echo, right? Yeah.
What?
Like we were tossing up between Zaka and Echoes, from my understanding. The two gods.
Azaka's the one by the table, isn't she?
I don't think we're talking to her just yet. We spoke to Echo.
That's Azaka.
We asked about it, but that was it.
We haven't talked to her yet. Eku is down here. That's the one we talked to,
Yeah.
and she seemed like a pretty good guide to me.
So I'm gonna
Awful good. So like,
I'm gonna throw maybe a curveball at you, maybe not. You can hire more than one guide if you want.
money.
You just have to pay for them.
If we want
Right.
to make your life hard, is what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you like Azaka and Hugh, or you like Iku and Hugh, or whatever, like, there's no rule that you can only hire one guide. Like, you can do whatever you want.
Expensive.
You can also hire no guides. Like, it's up to you.
I need them as a crutch early on. That's why I'm like going so hard on getting another character, because she's basically a guide, but not charging us in terms of she'll be an extra person to fight with us. At least that's your theory.
Oh, I see what you're saying though, because we add more damage to each turn.
Here metagaming for you. I am going to avoid having the guides fight as much as possible.
Yeah.
Only
Doesn't need to be-
because I want to balance the encounters for you guys.
Right.
And if I start throwing in guides into the encounters,
Then in order to make it a
Yeah.
balanced encounter, then those things could like really kill us.
Scale up.
well, there's this sweet spot of level range where the guides will be like party members. And there's a spot where the guides will make you guys look like chumps unless I roll 2s. So we're still kind of at the chump phase, to be blunt. So I'm gonna try and not have the guides do much fighting.
Just have like scout ahead or some shit.
Yeah, like the guides right now are primarily tools to help you guys drive your exploration forward.
We also have a fairly large party.
If they're all here,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
and if they aren't all going in different directions.
And trying to fight from the bar.
I mean, I'm going to throw out there, once we get out of the city, it's going to be a little harder for you guys to go in different directions.
Or
Yeah,
fight
and
grunts at the bar.
Or
Almost.
I mean, I guess you guys could literally just split the party in the jungle, but
I'm going to throw it out there now that I'm probably going to be Kool-Aiding it a lot. So
well, that's fine. That's easy.
I
You're a
will be
barbarian.
yeah, I mean, I get lost in the jungle, then come crashing through the trees. Hurrah!
Or you're just there and quiet because you're a dumb barbarian.
I'm
No,
just
that
waiting
works.
for Arm to just be like, I'd like to rage.
Okay, Grog.
That's exactly what I was going for.
I would like to rage, please.
I mean, I could do it
We've
right now in
established
the
that
bar.
The guides are mostly non-combatants. Are other NPCs with quests in the jungle non-combatant as well?
I am going to try to design combat encounters for the player party
Okay,
as much as I
Alright, then.
can.
that's fair.
That's
The
my
meat-
goal.
Meathead votes for Featherhead.
The fuck does that even mean?
I vote for the Featherhead.
Great.
Look at the
Great.
character coin. Vote. I vote Feather Lady.
What?
Look at the character coins.
They have names. Jesus
Don't
Christ.
tell me how to live my life.
Yeah, no, but I'm just playing my barbarian, and Azaka clearly has feathers all over her head.
Oh, okay.
What is your intelligence? Arm?
Azaka has
Super fucking low.
Azaka has no feathers on her head, but that's cool.
Oh wait, then
She's got some beads in her hair.
Racist motherfucker.
What-
I'm
who
pretty
am I
sure
looking at?
my intelligence modifier is the same as yours.
Well, we've established that the barbarian cannot read.
Okay, let me fix the tokens so they have names, because apparently cross-referencing images is too hard.
it is because I don't have the tokens up.
Can
I
you
can't
guys see
the-
Iku's name?
No.
Really?
Any names except Sarah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now I
Oh,
can.
now
Oh, excuse me, Iku, not Azaka. Iku is a featherhead.
And that's Hugh. He was at the bottom. Okay, I think
at least you got a man of sensible height.
a man of sensible height. Okay, cool. Okay, so fucking rails and getting back on them. Sareth, do you want to say anything else to Zendala right now?
Yeah, like, well, you said that she was pretty much ready to go, yeah?
Well, she's ready to go once the expedition's ready to leave. So she's like, yeah, if you guys are ready to go, just let me know when I need to be ready.
Shit. Sidelined so much that I fucking derail.
Sorry, I'm trying to give you guys agency. Maybe I'm giving you too much.
Well, agency apparently doesn't allow me to start a fight because my skills suck.
No, that's agency. That's agency failing.
That's
You
agency
tried
punching
it,
me in the
but
dick.
it's
Opportunity.
successful.
Yeah, because Rio squirmed out of my arms. I would have had the perfect start.
Oh
to a
my
fight
God,
there by
shut
throwing into
up.
Somebody.
We can reminisce in 20 minutes once we finish the session off.
Oh, fine.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's
Cool, Senpai.
Oh, wait.
You've been noticed. It's all good.
I don't really want to do like the
It's
Yeah.
late for Grim and he's getting grumpy.
yeah, no, fair enough.
Let me rephrase that. He's getting grumpier.
There it is. Okay. Does anybody want to? Okay, so you talk to her once you have figured out when you're leaving. She's aware, unless you want to try and roleplay awkwardness more.
No,
No,
he's
thanks.
pretty good at that. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Sorry, you can write out a 20-page meet cute for me, and that'll just become canon, and it'll be fantastic. I don't know if I want to roleplay it with you.
That's why I was trying to avoid it.
You can.
Assume.
I have a story about this. Anyway, does anybody want to talk to anybody else or do anything else?
I was kind of thinking about going to another bar, but I don't want to do that to you.
All right, the barbarian flings himself into the pool outside. That's pretty much
Great.
all I got.
Great. Cool. Okay. If you want to go to the other bar, Rio, we can do that. Probably we'll do it next week.
Yeah, I figured.
Just because it's midnight
it's-
15 for me.
Yeah.
Can you just, before you get off, can somebody, walk me through how to actually get my character sheet from D&D Beyond into Roll20?
So there's two ways you can do it. You can either just manually put it in, or you can do the browser extension thing.
Browser extension for the web.
I don't.
How do I do browser extension thing?
Browser extension. I just go onto the site, downloaded the extension. It's in tool.
To the D&D Beyond website and do the browser extension?
Yeah, I'm right now to do all this Roll20 stuff. I'm just logged onto my profile in D&D Beyond and clicking on spells or attacks or whatever. I think it just asked me automatically to download this plugin. I was like, yeah, okay, sounds good.
Okay, well, I just now figured out that I can just click the number in D&D Beyond instead of typing in how to roll it in Roll20.
Yep.
That being said, I kind of like having it everyone can see it in Roll20.
There we go. That's my roleplay for the day. Sarath attempted to, if we're ending the day, anyway.
What did you try to do?
Ask if Xandar wants to share a room for the night. Fuck it, why not?
Number 14, persuasion. Okay, let me look this shit up real quick.
Why is there rules for seduction?
No, there's not rules for seduction. Well, I mean, there kind of are, but I need to look up. I need to double check something. Okay, cool. Let's see here. So you rolled 14 on a persuasion. Yeah, Senpai, don't look too hard. And I guess you're going to go do whatever you're going to do, because I'm going to stop role-playing that there, because there's websites for that
I'm
shit.
not gonna do that, don't worry. Going that way, so it's all good.
So if you want to Like I said, write your fanfic. Go for it.
Yeah, go rub one out there, buddy.
Zendala is very happy. You do get the impression in whatever amorous affairs you do or do not get up to that her pseudo dragon seems to be slightly frustrated by things. So
Sexually frustrated.
No, but like it's a familiar, right? Like kind of, or is it?
it's a
Or is it,
sentient
like, actually-
creature.
Oh, okay, shit.
Like
Well, like how?
it didn't talk
Sorry,
to
go on.
Rio because it knew Rio was being weird and decided to just be weird back to Rio because that was
Okay.
funny.
But it, like, say, it could understand if we talk to it and things like that.
I
You-
mean, we
you
have
wanna
someone
try-
who speaks Draconic.
Do you want to try talking to the pseudo dragon?
Yeah, like just assume that those two got it to they wanted to do and all that. But yeah, like afterwards, see what's up with the bird or bird dragon.
And the bird's like, I can talk. I'm right here.
Well, it seems upset, like you said. So
Yeah. So we'll just say Zendala fell asleep or whatever. And the dragon doesn't really go into details because the dragon's a little wary of you because, you just like did whatever you did and whatever. The dragon pretty much she's like, I'm not happy with this quest. This is dumb, but I shouldn't say this. Whatever. And the dragon just kind of curls up and like does a cat bullshit where it like covers its face with its tail and
ignores me.
ignores you for the rest of the night.
So it doesn't like the quest. But that's something to ask it later.
So, yeah. Okay, so you seduced and, whatever, Zendala. You're in a room somewhere. Real classy establishment here. Does anybody else want to do anything else tonight?
Nah, I'm pretty much out of bullshit.
I'd give you the honeymoon suite, but Volo's there. So you guys are in here.
I'm
I
a bird
mean-
person.
Volo might not mind sharing.
Volo loves one thing. Two things. Booze and money.
Oh, I thought you were going to say himself, but
Well, I mean, okay, three things. But the first one, him, is just implied as ground truth. Like, that's not even a thing to love, that just is. Anyway.
Thing is, we should get to like seduce the bard.
We have a bard.
I mean the fucking dollar.
The guide.
Yep. No, wait.
Volo's not a guide.
Oh,
No,
wait,
he's
what?
like he's the guy trying to flog his books and shit.
Yeah.
Stole from him on the first night.
I'm good.
Okay. Rio, you want to go to the other bar, is what you want to do?
Yeah, we can do it next week. It's fine.
Okay. And then, Sebastian, do you want to do anything else tonight?
no, I'm good.
Cool. So then, next week we will pick back up with going to Kaya's House of Repose, and probably trying to nail down anything else you guys want to do in the city before you head out.
Get it?
Huh?
I was just making a bad pun.
Oh. Yeah, you already nailed everything down, so whatever. So I ran a campaign a while ago where the first session one of the new players was in, he went to a brothel, and we role-played for about 10 minutes of him, like, picking out which girl he wanted. And I got to the point where I was about to be like, fucking Rule 34 of this motherfucker. Like, I'm not here to be your weird... Like, I'm game to roleplay stuff to a certain point, but no, I'm not, like...
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Turns out
Yeah.
he just wanted to interrogate the hooker upstairs about like high-level hell politics, but it took us like 15 minutes to get there, and it was just the most bizarre. It's one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever had.
Oh Lord, I bet there was a great sigh of relief.
Oh yeah, I was about to like stop the session because like he was doing a good job of playing the character, but he was playing the character straight. Like, so his whole approach was like, I'm going to pick out because we were in hell, so he was picking out a succubus at a brothel in hell.
Why would they even have a brothel in hell?
I was about to say
Anyway.
that's
Because there's a lot of souls in it. Because once souls get to hell, they can't leave. So if you
Yeah.
want to bang in hell and not just get devoured by a demon or a devil, you could pay a devil. Yeah, whatever.
Like, I didn't think you would go down to hell with money.
No, there's a whole economy in hell. It's a whole thing. It made sense in context of the campaign. The whole campaign was set in hell. Like, the characters lived in hell. There was setup for it, but I thought the guy was trying to just get me to, like, do erotica for him. It's very awkward.
If you find 2 male characters, then maybe, but still then.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think there's probably one person in my life that I'm willing to do maybe erotic role-playing with, and it's none of you fuckers. So,
Entirely
But
fair.
I thought you loved me.
well, I have
Totally.
slept with you, Rio, so there is that.
oh God.
I mean, it's true. Rio and I did share a bed once.
Ooh.
Oh dear God.
I mean, for a little bit.
Like-
and then I got up and vomited and then came back to bed.
Yeah, and then I got up and took a shower.
A bit of a mood kill, but I mean, salvageable, I guess.
Oh man.
Yeah,
No,
we can save this.
who stole your keys originally?
I think Art stole them originally.
Or no, I
He
stole
stole-
them. No, I stole your keys and Art took them. And then none of us knew that Art had them, so I felt bad. So then I said,
Well, and there was also the other part where I could have simply just like got a cab back to my hotel and been like, "Here's my ID. I lost my key." Except we were all too drunk to think.
except
of that.
alcohol.
Yeah.
So Rio ended up crashing with me in Vegas. But I only had one bed. Although I do have a picture of just the happiest Rio lying in my bed in Vegas.
Oh, I'm sure he was real happy.
It was great.
Did they really cancel next year's EveCon?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
They
I think
canceled
so.
This year's. And like it's usually in what, April or something
Yeah.
for like or for actual fan fest. It's really early, like April or May.
I can't believe they would. Like, I just don't see why they would open themselves up to the risk of doing it.
And it's still going to be a thing that way.
Like, well, I mean, I don't know. You're banking on how stupid Americans are going to be. How do you think we're going to be doing in 6 months, man?
But
I don't know. We seem to be doing alright here, but
Well,
I
yeah, but
assumed you'd be
you have, like, people who can fucking put a mask on for 10 minutes without having a fucking shit fit.
You get a ridiculous fine if you don't.
Well, there you go. Here we have 3%ers and Mullen Labe guys occupying fucking state houses because somebody asked them not to get a haircut for a month.
I know, but we're willing to pay, 30% on taxes. And not even bat an eyelash.
Whatever. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get into politics, but like, this is...
No. It's politics or something that need to be discussed just civilly, and unfortunately, no one's able to do that anymore.
Ugh.
That opinion offends me, and I'm going to write a blog post about it.
Someone on the internet is wrong.
I must correct it.
Must correct
Comment.
them.
Well, they know.
Yeah. I'll try to actually post stuff.